Now it's time to start exploring relationships between variables. Let's begin with correlation. What is correlation? In statistics, so correlation measures the strength and direction of a linear relationship between two continuous variables. Continuous variables. It ranges from -1 to 1, where -1 indicates a perfect negative correlation, 0 indicates no correlation, and 1 indicates a perfect positive correlation. Hold on. I know it would be too much. It would be overwhelming to you, giving all the information at one stretch. But it's just surface level. I just want to tell you what is correlation. But I'm just gonna take you through step by step into the correlation. What is co-space relation? So let's begin with what is correlation. Correlation refers to the statistical relationship between the two entities. Normally, these two entities are continuous variables. It measures the extent to which two variables are linearly related. For example, the height and the weight of a person are related, and taller people tend to be heavier than shorter people. Okay. So you can apply correlation to a variety of data sets. In some cases, you may be able to predict how things will relate, while in others, the relation will come as a complete surprise. It's important to remember that just because something is correlated doesn't mean it's causal. Correlation and causation, there are two things. One is called correlation and other one is causation. Okay, so it's important to remember that just because something is correlated doesn't mean it's causal. Okay, now it's time to explore types of correlation. There are three types of correlations. The first one, the first one you can see on the screen. A positive correlation means that this linear relationship is positive and two variables increase or decrease in the same direction. Whether they increase or decrease in the same direction, that's why it's called positive correlation, because it's positively correlated. If it goes up, if x goes up, y also goes up. If x goes down, y also goes down. So y is positively correlated with the x. So that's the reason we call them as a positive correlation. If you wanna see the animation one more time, yes, you see that this point x comma y, as x is growing, y is also growing. As x is growing, y is growing, x is growing, y is growing. So basically they are positively correlated, and this is called a positive correlation. On other side, we have second type of correlation. In this case, the relationship line has a negative slope and the variables change in opposite directions. That's one variable decreases while the other increases. If you see, x is increasing. In this example, let me put it. Yes, this is called the negative correlation. Let me reanimate this one for you. And as x is increasing, y is decreasing. So y is inversely proportional to x. You see that? X is increasing and y is decreasing. X is increasing, y is decreasing. So this kind of a negative relation, this kind of inversely proportional between the two variables are known, if there, that kind of relation is called a negative correlation. It's called a negative correlation. And then The third one, it's very simple. No correlation. No correlation simply means that the variables behave very differently and thus have no linear relationship at all. So the variable y and x, there is no connection, there is no dependency on each of them, neither in directly proportional nor inversely proportional. They'll take up the random values, they don't are dependent on each other. So that kind of relation is known as no correlation. No correlation. Reanimate it. See, somewhere randomly those are getting placed. So this is what we call it as no correlation.